Hello. Hey guys, what's up? How you doing? Putting out another video for you guys today. Basically, this is going to be a video, so some of my subscribers may not know why I look a little funny or talk a little funny or whatnot, or why my eye is a little funky or whatever. I'm gonna explain that to you guys right now. Alright? Okay, so here we go. On September 2nd, 1993, I was born. The doctors quickly diagnosed me with neurofibromatosis, type 1, I believe. And they realized, and basically what that entails is occasionally tumors can appear in the brain or around the body, and they're usually cancerous. Now, not everybody has that same situation, but unfortunately for me, I wasn't, like, it could have been a lot worse, but excuse me guys, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, so that's good. But the tumor that and 5 years later, 2 tumors appeared, and 5 years later, so there was that. About 5 years later, the doctors discovered I had 2 tumors on my optic nerves. That's behind the eyes. And those 2 kind of tumors are called optic gliomas. Those were not cancerous. And a few years later, disappeared all on their own, all by themselves. There was no treatment, no nothing. Just some scans and everything, and they were gone. So that's good. And then all of a sudden, guess 5 years, it would be about 5 years later, when I was 9 years old, they did a scan and they realized I had another brain tumor, 2 other brain tumors in fact. One in the brain stem, which was quite, like, the doctors were worried about it, and one in on the side right here. I don't know what it's called, but it doesn't matter. So that was that. The doctors immediately did an operation to try and drain the pressure in my brain, because there was a lot of pressure, which can cause me to die essentially. So they tried to drain it, but the operation was not a success. So they went and they put in a shunt. Now the shunt works. It works quite well. It drains the fluid from my brain, because my brain stem is very tight. I still have it. And they went on after the shunt operation. They started me on chemo right away to treat the tumor itself. Now the tumor decreased in size quite a bit, but unfortunately it didn't really work, the chemo. So 18 months of chemotherapy was not so much a success. It killed a bit of the tumor, but it didn't do much. So they started me on radiation, 12 weeks, not as long as the chemo, and that didn't really go very well at all. So that was unfortunate. And on top of all of this, I was at this point, I was like 10, 11, like about. So I was just starting puberty. Now, another part of my disease, the MF, is I wasn't able to grow without the help of growth hormones. Now, because I was just about to go into puberty, they had to, excuse me, they had to stop the progress of puberty so the tumor wouldn't grow so fast, essentially. And that's why I'm a shorter person than usual. I'm about, in a sense, average height, but still shorter than I should be, because my dad is quite tall and his brothers are tall and their sons are tall, and my grandfather was tall and my grandmother was tall, so all that would make me essentially tall. But unfortunately they had to stop it, like I said. So anyways, back to the treatments and stuff. So at about 12 years old, they did their first resection of the tumor. Now, this is when they try and go in and get the tumor. Now, that operation was about, 12, 13 hours. It was a long operation, and I was out for quite a while. I was out for nearly 3, 4, 5 days maybe, and it took a while to get that to recover from that, because I had partial paralysis, and I had speech issues. I still have that to this day. I have memory issues, short term, vision issues. I still have those issues today, although they are lessened quite a bit with the help of lots of other doctors. Now, so as the operation did not work and the resection of the tumor was not successful, they had to go in again and with the same operation, and this was like 2 years later. So a lot of the issues that I had recovered. So I was a little disappointed in that. So I went back in for another operation for them to remove the tumor again, because in the absence of in that time period of the 2 years, a cyst grew on the tumor. So they had to remove that tumor again. Now, that was frustrating in itself. Now, with all the chemo, the port, the radiation, the removal of the port, the needles, the anesthesia, the everything, it's very frustrating, because as a child, being 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, whatever, you want to be able to have a bit of fun. But unfortunately for me, I didn't always have so much fun, because I was always either feeling ill or wasn't able to do stuff just because the doctors were worried. So with all that, I'm just gonna wrap this video up, because this video is gonna be super long if I tell you about every single thing, the endoscopies, the removal of my wisdom teeth. That's like nothing. My broken ankle, which is just recent. I just broke it like 6 weeks ago, and apparently you need surgery to fix it. So there's that too. So that, which is minor surgery, but still the recovery is long. So I haven't been able to walk for, I haven't been able to work, sorry, for for 6.5 weeks now. So it's frustrating. Um, but hopefully I will get better quickly. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up because I don't want to be talking forever. Alright guys, I would like to say thank you guys for watching this video, if you watched it in its entirety, and thank you to the people that I work for being patient with me until I'm recovered. Alright guys, thanks so much. Bye.